Hey guys, I know I haven't filmed in a while. Well, actually, I uploaded my Shein haul not that long ago, but today I have a little bit of a different video. So I was gonna do another get ready with me, and then I was like, okay, I've done 3 of those already. So I think it's time to switch it up a little bit. So today, if you read the title, I'm going to be telling you guys 10 tips for saving money, especially for people who really cannot save money like myself. So I'm not going to talk for very long, but let's get started. I don't know if I mentioned this, honestly, but I'm going to be doing a get ready with me and talking about tips for saving money. I already put primer and my Tarte Shape Tape Glow on this and the color corrector on my chin. I'm just putting on foundation now. But, oh, and if you see me looking down here, that's because I wrote everything down, because I definitely would have just went on and on if I didn't write things down. So my first tip is open a savings account, and more specifically open a savings account, and more specifically open one before you're 18 that you can only get into and take money out of when you turn 18. See, I wish I would have done this before I turned 18, even on my 17th birthday done this, because even you'd be surprised on how much money you could save in a year, because for example, I just bought my first car. I think I have a couple videos of me in a car that was not mine. I was a secondary driver on my parents' car, so that actually wasn't mine. So I just bought my first car. I only saved for that car for, I want to say, 4 to 5 months. Mind you, my car was not expensive. I did not buy it brand new. It was only $1,650. So almost $1,700, I guess. But I did save that amount of money for my first car within 5 months. Sorry, my sister came in my room. I'm just going to be doing my eyebrows now. But yeah, open the savings account before you turn 18, or just I have one now. Well, I have one since I opened my bank account, or a couple months later, but I could get into it anytime, and that's what I hate about savings accounts, is because I don't get it. If I can just easily transfer the money back to my checkings account, I will. My savings, well, I just got paid, so every time I get paid, I put all my money in my savings, especially right now, because being 18, going to college next year, I have a credit card, I have my car insurance, my phone bill, I have a lot of stuff to pay for, but so I'm really, really trying to kind of get my life together, and I know there's a lot of people too that also have a hard time saving money, and I find that a lot of YouTube videos, they don't help, because they'll just say, write down how much you spend. I've tried that before, and it doesn't stop me. All I'm doing is writing down how much I spend, and then I just spend the same amount that I was before. So if you're one of the people like me who actually finds it impossible to save money, then keep watching. I also just want to add one more thing about my makeup, is that if you watch my get ready with me before, I kind of do things a little bit different now. I don't wear concealer because I find it actually emphasizes my dark circles. It doesn't even make it better, and I don't put setting powder on my face anymore because it dries it right out. So there's a lot of things I do different, and honestly, the only reason I did start wearing concealer and setting powder is because I seen all these makeup artists and makeup gurus do it. But it's honestly, you have to do what's best for you. But it's not what the video is about. So the second tip I have for you is take out money each paycheck and put it in a jar. This helped me so much, because I would put my jar somewhere where it wasn't visible. And I also, because obviously you know where it is. So if you want money, you can go in the jar and get it. I super glued my jar shut and duct taped the outside so I couldn't even see how much money was in it. I just kept putting money in it. I did that for a while, and then I ended up going to like the mall or something. I ended up going somewhere and I needed money, so I took all that money out and I blew it all. So, let me see if I actually have this on here. No, I don't. So, again, if you really, really cannot save money, I highly suggest this. If you don't think they're going to take it from you, because I know some people just be like, oh, they're just going to like steal my money. But this is how I saved for my car. I took out like almost half my, like I would pay my bills with my paycheck and then I'd take out the rest of the money and give it to my dad. I gave it to my dad and he put it in a bag in his room. I knew where the bag was, so I could go in there. I did. I would have had a lot more money because I did take some money out. Like, I bought an Apple Watch. I took the money out for that. I bought a TV. I took the money out for that. But it actually helped me save a lot more because, especially when I was like in a rush or anything, the only thing I would have was my phone, and I have tap on my phone, but I took all the money out, so I'd have no money in my bank account. So now I'm just going to be putting on some bronzer, but tip number 3 was kind of like the second one, like it kind of ties in. Pretend you're broke. If someone asks you to go somewhere, say, I can't, sorry, I have no money, and just don't go. Like, don't put yourself in situations where someone, especially because I know some people don't mind, but I don't really like when people pay for things for me. I'd rather just pay for it myself. So don't put yourself in situations where you're gonna go somewhere and you're not gonna end up having any money, and either someone's gonna have to pay for you and you're gonna have to pay for them back, which is an even bigger issue, or you just can't do it, or you'll have to spend money or anything. So even if you keep your money in your bank account, just pretend you're broke. Every time you go somewhere, just be like, no, I don't have any money. Like, put it all in your savings account and your check-ins will say $0. Pretend you're broke. Tip number 4. I also started doing this thing because I have not been really like doing my makeup with like that much makeup recently. I just take my bronzer, like this, and then put it on my eyes. It looks kind of darker on camera. It's really light, and then that's all I do. But tip number 4 is, if you want to buy things online, like let's say you're looking on like Shein. I go on Shein a lot. I've really only ever bought stuff from them twice or 3 times, I think. You can add stuff to your cart, like window shop by all means, but if you are seriously thinking about buying stuff, then leave it in your cart and come back to it a week later and see if you actually want it. And let's say you have like 10 things in your cart, even if you only end up wanting like 3 things, like go ahead, buy it, because I'm not telling you that you can't. Like, that's what I hate about other videos too, is that they're telling you to save all your money, like don't spend anything. Like, no, you still want to like go out, do things, like you want to buy stuff online, like do it. Like, I bought a car, like I was still buying, like I spent like $200 on Shein. I bought stuff off of Amazon, but I still ended up buying a car just because I was taking out money and saving it. So it doesn't matter if you save like $100 a week, $100 a month, anything, it will add up. The only time that I will tell you to save all of your money is with tip number 5. So, save all of your birthday and Christmas money. If you don't have a job, then this won't work for you, but if you have a job, like a part-time job or a full-time job or whatever, save all of your like Christmas and birthday money, because you're still making money. But if that's the only time of the year you ever get money, then you know what, honestly, do whatever you want with it. But obviously I'm trying to help you save money. But now I'm just gonna put on some highlighter. But yeah, I found that like the easiest thing, save all of it. Like, I've had 2 COVID birthdays, and my first one last year, I had a like a drive-through birthday thing. So like a bunch of my mom, like it was a surprise. My mom set up like a drive-through birthday thing, and I literally got I got a gift or like whatever. Like some people brought me like iced coffee from Tim's or whatever, but I got something from everyone. And teenagers that like you don't hang out with every day, they're not gonna want to know what to buy you. Like not even just teenagers, anybody. If they don't hang out with you every day, but they are still invited to like your birthday party or whatever, and they don't know what to buy you, guess what they're gonna give you? Money. So I'm not gonna tell you how much I got, obviously, because I don't want to like brag or whatever, but I got like quite a bit. Like it was more than I think I've ever gotten on any one of my birthdays. And same with Christmas. Like, yes, of course you get presents from your family and stuff, but from your distant family, or even like maybe some of your friends get you Christmas presents, they're probably gonna get you a card and just give you some money in it or something. Tip number 6 is cancel all of your subscriptions. When I decided that I wanted to start saving money again, I looked at my phone and I probably had around like 8 to 10 subscriptions, and that's only for the fact that I will see like, you know when you want to watch a show but it's only on a certain like app or whatever, like Crave. I'll use this example. The Friends Reunion show is only on Crave. And it'll be like, oh, try 1 month for free and then like $5.99 for the rest of the year, like each month or whatever. So you do that and then you subscribe. I subscribed for like the first month or whatever, but then unless you cancel your subscription, you're still going to be getting charged for like the rest of the month. And because I have like Apple Pay, it'll just charge my debit card like right from my bank account. So that is not good. So yeah, cancel all of your subscriptions or just go through it, and you don't have to cancel all of them. Like if you still want to do something, like the one that made me like really sad is that I love getting BoxyCharm, but it was costing too much money each month. It was kind of pointless. I have tons of makeup now, and I will probably start it again like sometime soon or in the near future, I guess. But I didn't need it, so I canceled it. I don't really play video games that much anymore. I'm gonna cancel my like PS Plus. I canceled like a bunch of stuff. So I said I was only gonna do 10, but while like talking throughout this, I kind of thought of a few others. I have 3 more out of my 10 that I wrote down, but if I remember them, because honestly I'm starting to forget the ones I was thinking about, if I remember them like towards the end of the video or whatever, I will just add some more. So it might be a little more than 10, but I'm pretty much done my makeup look, so I'm just gonna read these like a couple more and then I'll start to do it again. So tip number 8, don't buy the most expensive thing. I am so bad for this, like so bad for this. And it's like don't buy most expensive things, but also don't buy things that you will use for a week and then it'll be over with. Like, I have a very good example of this. So, as I told you before, I bought an Apple Watch. I work almost every single day. I cannot wear an Apple Watch to work. I think I have worn it since I bought it at Christmas. I bought it right after Christmas. I've probably worn it 5 times, and that is it. I have not worn it more than that, or like at all. Like, just don't buy things that you're not going to use. And for the part where I said don't buy the most expensive thing, this one is kind of leaning towards like phone, car. Like, yes, I could have, if I had more money to spend on a car, I probably would have bought a more expensive one. But I realized that I didn't really need to, because I found a car that we're pretty sure right now, like I haven't gotten certified yet or anything, but it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. It doesn't sound like there's anything wrong with it. And it wasn't $5,000. And the other one with my phone, I had 2 or 3 months left on my 2-year contract, but I am so impatient. I wanted to buy it before I went to my family cottage, like my grandparents' cottage, so I could take nice pictures and, just kind of have a new phone. I wanted more data because I upgraded from like, when I got my phone, I ended up having 17 gigs, but I went down to 10 because I don't really need 17. But I only had 4 gigs before that, and I would always go over and everything. So just wait. And also I upgraded to the newest phone at the time which was the, sorry, my eyelash is like tickling me. I upgraded to the 11 Pro Max or whatever, and that was the most expensive. That was the newest phone, and I was like, yes, I want this one. But now all of my friends and everybody that I pretty much know pay under $100 for their phone. Under, like, most of them pay under like 60. I pay 110, and that's ridiculous. And it used to be 125. Like, that's almost the same. Well, okay, my car insurance right now is just below 200. So my phone bill isn't much less than that. And that's ridiculous. So yes, just, you don't need the most expensive thing. You don't need the newest thing. Like, are you going to use it? Like, you just need to think about it. Tip number 9, which I am very, very bad at, is negotiating. So obviously this comes into, like, again, your phone, your car, your insurance, like anything you're trying to buy. Even, like, let's say you're older and you live on your own, like your, like, internet, your cable, like just anything like that. You need to learn how to negotiate, and I am just learning how to do this because even, like, right now, if I have to talk to, like, I have to switch over my insurance, but I'm not doing it until my dad's home so that he can talk to them, because he's gonna try and give me, like, lower price and, like, you know, some deals and stuff, but I cannot do that at all. I'm the person that they will tell me a number and I'll be like, okay, sounds good. But no, you need to learn how to negotiate, because that's how you're always going to get the best deals, cheapest things, like, throughout your entire life. Like, being able to negotiate is probably one of the number one ways of saving money, especially when you're, like, an adult. When you're younger, it's not so bad, because what are you really buying that's you need to negotiate a lower price, you know? Okay, and then the 10th and final tip I have for you is make it a competition with yourself. Like, sit there and be like, okay, by this date, I want to save this much money. But obviously make it realistic. Like, if you're only getting, like, $200, if you're only getting paid $200 from your job every 2 weeks, you're not going to save $600 in 1 month, you know? But if you say, like, if you're getting $200 per paycheck twice a month, you can save, like, $300 or $200 that month. So don't make it, like, ridiculous, you know, because there's not really any point. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes now because I realize this is the last tip. But yeah, I used to do that, kind of getting, it kind of has something to do with being in competition, but it's just rewarding yourself. So if you want to save $500 by, if you want to save $500 by, like, or like in 2 months, whatever, if you want to save that much money in 2 months, if you do that, make, like, a deal with yourself, reward yourself, say, okay, I'm gonna go buy this shirt that I really want, or that I've really wanted for a long time, if I save this amount of money. And if you don't save that amount of money, then you won't get the shirt. But if you do, it's just a lot easier, because I feel like everybody has a secret, like, competitive side to them, and you're always trying to compete with yourself, whether it be, like, a good or bad thing. So why not make this a competition as well? If it's going to help you to save money, then, you know, it's probably the best thing to do. And, like, especially right now, like, I need to save money for school. I'm going to college next year. I need to save money for that. I need to pay for my car, and, like, what if it does have a bunch of things wrong with it? Like, I don't know yet, so I have to save money for that. And it's just kind of making, like, goals with yourself too. Like, do I really want to get my car fixed? Yes, because then I can't go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? And then one last thing that I kind of want to add, well, there might be a couple more things, but another thing that I want to add is that Okay, wait, I think I forgot one. I think I forgot to talk about starting a side hustle. That was tip number 7. If I already talked about that and I'm repeating myself, I'm so sorry, but I don't remember talking about that at all. So this is not for everybody. Like, at all. It's not for everybody, but anybody can do it. So I've tried to start multiple side hustles, like tons, whether that be from me selling my clothes, selling my shoes. I just sold some of my makeup. I was about to get into doing false lashes because I was doing them all myself, and people started to like notice that they looked like pretty good, and they were like, oh my god, can you do these for me? And I was like, I just told them like, oh, I'd like some more practice, but then yeah, sure. Me and my friends sold like desserts. Like it's like we had a little like bakery for a little bit, and we made like pretty good money off of it. And people like older, like some of my family and friends, realized that I like doing makeup and I'm decent at it, and they started asking me to like do their makeup. So that could also be like a little side hustle. And then something I recently started, which I will probably be making a YouTube video about, is that I started working with this company called Monat. This is not like a sponsored video at all. Like, it kind of sounds like I'm trying to just sneakily bring it in here like most YouTubers do, but no, this is like a legit thing, and I'm not sponsored. Like, this video isn't sponsored by this at all, but they're a hair and skincare brand, and I don't know if you could tell, I just started like using the products, but like my hair has been so damaged and everything, but it has been feeling so soft lately. But yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into that because it's honestly not the point of this video, and I'll probably be making one about it in the future. But yeah, that's my little side business. I don't earn much money from it, even though you can earn a lot of money from it. Like, I know people who have earned like tons of money from this business, and that's their main job. But when I joined it, that's not what I was looking for. You know, I wasn't looking for a main job. I wasn't looking to quit my 2 part-time jobs that I now have. Like, I just kind of wanted a little side hustle, and that's literally all that it is, was to make extra money. And the money I make off of this is for things that I want. I don't save this money. I save my money from my paychecks, not the stuff I make from this company. So that's everything. If you guys like this video and want to see more of these types of videos, like tips and stuff in the future, then let me know, and I'll talk to you later.